Yes, he is Mr. THS. Yes, he has an outstanding GPA. Yes, he was accepted into Stanford, Harvard, Princeton, and every other prestigious university in the country. Yes, he gives 110% every day of his life. We all know about Christian's academic accomplishments, and that he will thrive in any career he chooses. We all know that one day we will be watching TV and tell someone next to us, I knew him in high school. We will take pride knowing Christian Liao was part of our outstanding class in 2011. Believe it or not, Christian is just like you and I in many ways. He has friends come over to do P90X, he plays football on Fridays, and contrary to popular belief, he does sometimes sleep. However, what makes him truly special in my eyes, is his devotion to do what's right, and his never-ending compassion towards his friends and his family. He never hesitates to do the right thing, even when the world presses against his shoulders. Day in and day out, he strives to make not only himself better, but those around him. From tutoring to giving rides in his gas-guzzling car, Christian is always there for others. His character, not just his academic achievements, are what make him truly special. Winston Churchill once said, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." It is true that Christian was voted most likely to be a millionaire, but I know that in his heart, he cares about something much more important: people. Please join me in welcoming your Trinity High School 2011 valedictorian, my dear friend, Christian Liao.
Thank you, Chris. And you were absolutely right about my gas-guzzling truck. I'm gonna have to start charging these guys. I want to begin by thanking the incredible faculty, our principal, Mr. Harris, and my outstanding fellow students for the opportunity to be here today. Right now, my guess is that any given student is saying, "Is it time to throw my hat in the air yet?" No. And the teachers must be thinking, "Here we go, one more graduation. Summer begins Monday." I know you guys. And I can even imagine the thoughts of the proud parents. We finally made it. For me, like some of you, I think this is the beginning. Finally, we can leave our mark. We can take hold of what we've learned and we can begin to leave our mark in the world. Our graduating class can be like all the others, or we can make our mark. Like the time when the score was 35-40 in that sold-out game at Dragon Stadium. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Exhausted after 4 grueling quarters, each player on that field had to make his mark. We could not lose. Only 3 seconds remained. With the pride of Trinity behind them, our linemen had to hold off their defense for an eternity. Our fullback had to sacrifice his body to an over-muscled defender. And the running back had to somehow, some way, make it 3 crazy yards into the end zone. All the fans charged the field. We were crying. Capel was crying. Grown men were crying. Boy, it was a good night to be a Trojan. And that was the most memorable night of my high school career. Only with each of us doing our absolute best were we able to achieve the near impossible. Each player, every single one, achieved greatness that night. Today, as you assume the rank of graduate, I implore you to achieve greatness in your own unique way. We have the foundation, we have the potential, and we have a purpose. As we strive to do this, I ask that we can achieve 2 things. First, let us have a cause and use that cause to fuel us wherever we go. For years now, the goal has been to graduate, to wade through all the assignments, exhausting days, and terrible tests, in order to one day walk across the stage. Congratulations, because you have finally made it. But when you exit this building, what will drive you? It's not about graduating when you leave here, that's for sure. Something bigger must compel you. The question is, what? A while ago, someone made this remark to me. "I bet your parents are neurosurgeons or lawyers, man." I chuckled a bit, and I told them that no, my parents were not neurosurgeons or lawyers. My dad paints houses, and my mom is a nanny. I couldn't be prouder. I fight for these people who model compassion, character, and unconditional love for me each and every day. I stay up late at nights. I give it my all each day to make them proud and to take advantage of the opportunities they never had. They are my cause. Some of you are also driven by loved ones. Others are driven by the desire to be different and unique. Others want to leave a legacy. It doesn't matter how athletic, smart, or talented you are. A cause, a purpose will propel you forward, getting you through any adversity. So let me ask again, what motivates you? I promise, every great person you have studied, from Muhammad Ali to FDR to Thomas Edison, they all had a superhuman drive to give their absolute best. What is your cause? Second, we must leave a mark. In the book Fahrenheit 451, Ray Bradbury says this: everyone must leave something behind, a child, or a book, or a painting, or a house, or a wall built, or a pair of shoes made, or a garden planted. Something your hand touched some way so your soul has somewhere to go. And when people look at that tree or that flower you planted, you're there. It doesn't matter what you do, so long as you change something from the way it was before you touched it into something that's like you after you take your hands away. That, my friends, is leaving an eternal imprint on this world, molding it in some unique way, attributable only to you. We, the class of 2011, have already begun to leave our marks behind. 5 of us have been admitted to Rice University, something that has never happened before in Trinity's history. Dang, we're really smart. We reached the state championship in football twice in a row. The game hadn't been so short, we would have been national champions, by golly. Choir received national acclaim. Gap Club was featured in the Star Telegram, and both the yearbook and labyrinth received top awards given to only 7 schools in the country. Debate excelled at state, and our sensational band performed better than ever this year. These are just a few examples of our successes. The class of 2011 has managed to shine in many diverse ways, uplifting the school with passionate, driven students. Recently, I looked at a photo of the class of 1978. Wow, you're all in your 50s now. Well, that class was impressive. Our class is very different. We are a rich mix of whites, blacks, Polynesians, Hispanics, Asians, Middle Easterners, Europeans. The list goes on and on. We have one of the most ethnically diverse schools in the country. We make our mark through the harmony of our differences. I have had the opportunity to know so many wonderful people in this class. Brilliant students like Ross, Lottie, Audrey, Sammy, and many others. Fantastic athletes like Tucson, Neela, Nikki, and Aaron. And truly kind people who excel at a variety of things, like Stephen, Caroline, Jeremy, and Michael. Our time here at Trinity, I can safely say, has been fantastic. As we leave today, ready to commit to our cause and to leave our mark, I want to say thank you. Mom and Dad, los quiero muchísimo. Thank you for loving me so much. And accepting my excuse that I could never keep my room clean because I had to study. Mostly true. To my teammates, thank you for all those lovely Tongan and locker room songs. Football is so much more enjoyable that way. Gratitude goes in particular to the O-line Hogs. Although I was the runt of the pack, y'all loved me anyway. To the stupendous teachers, thank you for your passion and joy that carried into each of your lessons. Thanks, Mrs. Norton, for always getting me out of trouble. And to Dr. Kamen, thank you for caring for me and the other IB students like a devoted mom. To the class of 2011, I am so grateful to you for making Trinity an unforgettable place. I'm sure everyone in this room agrees. I hope that each of you have gained many wonderful blessings during your times here at Trinity. You guys have been fantastic these 3 years. Well, I'm so happy to graduate. I can just imagine waking up at 3 every summer afternoon. I'm a little scared about what lies ahead. Turn on the news and you'll see exactly what I mean. I believe that with a powerful cause to inspire us, with a desire to leave behind that legacy someday, we can couple those fears to our causes and allow them to further motivate us. Classmates, if you forget everything I've said, remember only this: find your cause, leave your mark, and always have faith in yourselves. Thank you, class of 2011. God bless you all.